Willie D Live.
So you drop that, and then now it looked like everything is looking up, and then you run into an issue. You and Tony D fall out.
Okay, I'm gonna put it all out there. Okay, we can just clear the air because Wise, Intelligent, and Culture Freedom and I are very close now. Actually, Wise and I do business together, and I'm very supportive of what Culture's doing. You know, he's a magnificent chef in Tennessee doing his thing with his wife, and we just support each other. Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is good, man. This stuff is good, man. I'm telling y'all for real, man. I ain't gonna lie to you and make it sound fly to you. This is good.
And that's Pride Road Tea.
Pride Road.
We're actually right now, I'm going to go back into what you just mentioned, but since you brought this up, what we're trying to do now is a nationwide pre-order for that tea. Whether it be, and we do box teas too, like tea leaves. Mm-hmm. And so we do bag tea. But
do you get this flavor?
Yes, no, it's a hibiscus. It's hibiscus. We do 3 different types. We do regular hibiscus, we do hibiscus lemongrass, and then we do orange mint hibiscus too in boxes. Okay, so what we're trying to do right now is a mass pre-order of bottled tea along with, and I don't mean the lemonade, I mean the tea. And if we can get a mass order from just across the country right now, it will solidify our place in the game. We're not going to go anywhere anyway, but if we can do this the right way, what it'll do is, like we're talking about Africa's independence, it will become our true independence. And now we have a force that now we can bring in droves of our own to work in different cities, because we're already looking at different cities now and trying to teach other farmers to grow what we're growing, because most of hibiscus comes from other places. It comes from Nigeria. It comes, and the funny thing is they they grow it in Nigeria and then they send it off to Egypt, and then it's sent here, you know. So independence is where it's at. For me, it's always been that. And I think that that's just a segue into what you were talking about. When I first started out with Tony D, Tony was a producer. He didn't want to do business. But I was like, bro, you're sitting on something here. And I'm not just a kid, but I recognize that we can do something with this. He was like, oh yeah, I guess we'll start Two Tone Productions. I was like, absolutely, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna start Two Tone Productions. And he was just being funny because of our complexions and then our names. But we got in a car, we went down to City Hall and started Two Tone Productions. Shortly thereafter, I had a record out that was being played every weekend, because remember back in the days it was Strictly Mix show. But every weekend in Philadelphia, they were bumping us. And Diversity was a new fledgling label that didn't have any real strength. And when he came to me, I just used leverage. Leverage is everything. I say, hey, bro, I'll do this business with you, but if for me to do this, I need half your label. At first he laughed. He thought it was funny, like I was joking. He went away. And then after hearing my name coming up over and over and over again, I got a call back from him saying, hey, I want to sit with you and talk about this. And I acquired 50% of Diversity Records, and Tony didn't like it. He never said anything to me.
So Tony was cool with you being a worker, but the moment you became a boss, is that what you're saying?
Tony was cool with me being
on his
in
level.
Business with him and only him. And think about it, Tony was producing all kinds of stuff. I wasn't in the way of that. I was thinking, great, do it. Yeah. Poor Righteous Teacher's first album came out under Two Tone Productions. I could have made a big stink over that. Think about that. I could have made a big stink over that, because 50% of Two Tone Productions was mine.
You never got paid off that?
I didn't want to get paid from it. Think about it. We signed Poor Righteous Teachers to that first deal.
Right.
When they came for a release, I thought it was kind of funny because why are you coming for a release right now? It had to be Tony. And my inclinations were correct. And I didn't really find that out until the past few years when Culture and I talk, or when Wise and I talk, especially Culture, because Culture lay it all on the line. He'll tell you how it is. And Tony wasn't being very favorable about us. And that's how that little beef between Poor Righteous Teachers and YZ started. But can you imagine now? I said this to Wise. I said, can you imagine what it would have been if YZ and Poor Righteous Teachers had stuck together? We had everything on lock.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony, he couldn't stand it.